else is going. Oh right, there's a K-pop star. K-pop. I'm not quite sure what K-pop is. I think it's a Korean. I think it's just hip hop and different kind of a genre of music. But there's a K-pop star who converted to Islam. His name is J Kim, and I'd been sent the thing about him, so I found it very interesting, amazing. He has a huge following. He's from South Korea, and he's already very popular on YouTube, and he embraced Islam. And I think for a while he'd been quite Islam friendly and looking into Islam and things like this. And I welcome his having arrived at the faith, really, and this as a new journey in and of itself. I did watch this interview, which I found very fascinating. There's an interview of his on YouTube where he interviews his grandfather, and it's really interesting because his grandfather was somebody from, he's got memories from I think maybe the World War II and things like this, and he speaks about, he asks him questions like, what do you think about Islam, what do you think about Muslims, and his grandfather is very fond of the Turks, actually, because he says that Korea, when it was in its first war, when it was going to be compromised, that it was the Turks that apparently came in and helped them, and many of them sacrificed their lives to save Korea, to save South Korea, and he feels that he's always indebted to them. And it's interesting, he has this dialogue with his grandfather about, so what do you think about Islam, and what do you think about, do you think it's a violent religion, do you feel it's, and his grandfather, very wise, just says, look, no religion is really inherently violent, it's people. And I just love the conversation that they had. And his grandfather was very inspired by Confucius and the whole teachings, and they speak about the parallels between Islam and Confucianism, and he asks him that, look, if I was to embrace Islam, how would you feel? And he says, well, if it's a choice that you would make, then, if it makes you a better person, then I think that's good. And amazing, really. Sometimes the generational gap and that conversation, I think we need more of it, honestly. I think we need more of it. And I don't mean me having a conversation with a kid. Kid goes, hey grandpa. Right, so I can't remember who I was speaking to the other day on some message, and somebody said, alright granddad, and I thought, what? Granddad? I must be getting old. Yeah. Honestly, people, huh? People.